In case you missed the intro, or you can just always look at the background and you can see what we talk about today. This is a post game podcast. I'm your host, June. I got my boy with me. Introduce yourself to the people. If they don't know, they better know who you are.
Foster child, man. They already know. They already know what time it is.
They know what's up in here, man. We it's basketball talk time. We talk Pistons here at our post game podcast. We keep up with the NBA as a whole, but this is a special show that's dedicated to the Detroit Pistons, man. Me and Foster being big time Pistons fans, and we're gonna keep you updated with what's going on and give you our takes. There's 82 games in the season, and you won't have 82 podcasts on the Pistons. You will.
Oh no,
not.
we covering every game. Every game.
Okay. It sounds good. But to be honest, we'll do a weekly show and we'll just cover the games during the week and give our takes on them. Anything of note. If there's a special like a blockbuster trade or something like that, you might see us. And you can always check us out on YouTube, Motor City Metrics. Do we have a set day for the Pistons podcast?
No, we're gonna figure out a good day. It's probably gonna vary just depending on what our schedule is like, but I don't know, probably a Tuesday or Thursday, I think. Tuesday.
We'll get that figured out because my goal is to have a set schedule, and so for the listeners, so if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, whatever, please download the show. Check us out there. And if you want to see us, if you're our listeners out there listening, go to Motor City Metrics on YouTube and just, type in Post Game Podcast. You'll find me and Foster there. So
now if they follow the show, they'll get notifications when a new one is popping up, right?
Absolutely. So you can follow us on Spotify, follow us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. It's another one I forgot. All the streaming,
all that y'all know.
If you follow us there and if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you will not miss a show. So you can check us out, like I said. But Foster, how you doing, man? We got a game tonight.
I feel like the preseason, yeah. I feel like the preseason is so spread out. Like the last game was like in Europe a week ago, and now we got a back-to-back in preseason. Like it's the regular season. So
versus the same team.
No, it's the Mavericks. The second game, right? Well, yeah,
we play OKC tonight.
We go play OKC tonight, and then it's the Mavericks. It is the Mavericks tomorrow.
I'm talking about the last game we played OKC.
Yeah. It's back to It's weird. It's kind of annoying because you want to see them against other teams.
It is. I'm ready for the regular season. I don't want to rush it because for some odd reason, well, not for some odd reason, I'm just gonna keep it real. We need a little more time for the regular season to get ready. Those young pups need to, get some games in and get some game time in. And I guess I always ask you this, Foss, and you said this before, and I'm starting to realize I'm trusting you on this, that where we're lacking is a stretch four.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we're lacking is a stretch four. I'm assuming Bogey will fill that void when he's back. And that's another thing about preseason. If someone's slightly hurt but proven, you're not going to see him
in the preseason. Yeah.
in the preseason. You're not going to see him. You might see him like a little spot duty in the beginning, but if they have any kind of nick or pain or whatever in the preseason, you probably won't see them, and that's why you don't see Bogey. That's why you're not seeing Cade.
It's annoying though because you look around the league, Steph Curry playing, KD playing, Brad Beal playing. Everybody's stars are playing. Like they're at least trying to get them warmed up a little bit. Like it's kind of bugging me out that we sitting our guys like we still tank. Are we still tanking? Like what the
And anytime I see Anthony Davis playing all the preseason games, our
has
guys
he?
aren't.
He played in all 82 this year, so you know.
Man, you can't miss more games than Anthony Davis, man. I'm sorry. Can't do it.
It's weird though. Everybody stars, man. De'Aaron Fox, who the best? Giannis, Dame. Everybody stars are playing. Why are we sitting? I don't know. I was gonna save that rant, but
no, man, no.
You brought it up, man.
No, we don't hold back any rants. Go ahead, man. This is what we're here for.
You know what? It's confusing. Like, it's confusing to me because it makes me wonder because we do have some clutters as far as our position wise and stuff like that. So it makes me wonder: is a trade in the works? Are we sitting our players so they don't get injured? Because Monte Morris, you didn't even mention Monte Morris, a guy that we
have.
We
and
traded.
We need.
Yeah, I mean, we traded. What did we trade for him, or did we sign him in free agency? I can't remember what it is. I think we traded for him because he has 1 year left in his contract,
and we got we traded a little bit of nothing for him, I believe.
Yeah, it wasn't much, but yeah, we haven't seen Monte Morris, we haven't seen Bogey, and Cade missed the last game. And I looked at the starting lineup. He's not starting. He may play, but he's not starting today. So it's just confusing to me. And then we saw the rumors about Alec Burks as well. So it makes me wonder: is a major trade in the works? It just makes me
seeing
wonder.
Alex and keep seeing Burks' name thrown up in trade talks.
Yeah,
and keep hearing Victor Oladipo, and
I think the Rockets are about to just cut him and cut. I think they're just cutting him. I think they're from what the last thing I saw was that they're planning on cutting him. So it's hard for me to figure out what they are doing.
They're not going to like me for this, Foster. I gotta say it.
I
gotta say it. I love having Cade on our team.
Yeah,
but to acquire somebody like Oladipo, I don't think we got enough athletic trainers in the building for them to.
Real talk.
Oladipo gets hurt every season. And I'm talking
hurt.
like, and I'm not talking like he sprained the ankle. He'll have a game where his kneecap was broke.
Full blown. Yeah, that was in the playoffs. What wasn't? Didn't he get hurt?
It's something serious every time.
It's never a tweak. No tweaks.
It's never a
full blown blowout.
It's like, yeah, he's out 12 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro,
great player though. Oladipo was the man about 3 years ago.
And I just don't. And Cade, he played 5 games last year.
12, I think. It's hard to believe it was 12, but that just goes to show you how long the year is, because I don't remember him playing a lick. I swear. I don't remember him playing a lick.
And then he played in the first preseason game, and they said, okay, he has an injury. We're going to sit him down.
Park him. He did practice at the he was present and played at the open practice, which is good to hear. I'm not going to worry about Cade until he doesn't play the opener. If he doesn't play the opener, I'm worried because he missed all of last year.
Albeit practice if he ain't in that first game.
Pull up on him,
I'll
man.
be.
Pull up on him, man.
I got to pull up. I got to pull up. If he's not playing, I'm revoking the buffs. The buffs are being confiscated. He has to earn those buffs, and that's 45 games. He'll get them back after he plays in 45
After
games.
he plays 45, that might be the end of the year.
I'm keeping his buffs until he plays 45 games. I'm sick of this, bro. I'm sick of these injuries. I'm sick of these excuses. How long are we gonna continue to make excuses for Cade? He's one of my favorite players, and I just gonna keep it real.
But I feel like I ain't seen him though.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
You said 12 games. He played in I say 5.
Yeah.
He didn't impact on any of them. He wasn't impacting any of the games last year. That's not what we envisioned when he was drafted.
No.
Number one
the
pick.
number one pick, yeah. We need to see him. We need to see him.
Come on, man. You gonna come under pause. You're gonna be under scrutiny. That was crazy. You're gonna be under scrutiny. Number one pick. And your first season, you show glimpses. Second season, you played 12 games. At some point, man, you gotta he has to put on. You gotta put on. No cold word. Gotta put on. But let's not just dwell on that. We can go all day about this. Let's talk about this 10-man rotation. Who's starting tonight?
Okay, so as far as who's starting tonight, we got Killian Hayes at the point. Hey, Monty rocks with Killian heavy. Like at first I thought he was gassing him, but I keep hearing his name. He rock with him. But anyways, Killian, what are you gonna
say? Okay. You keep going, man. Killian.
Okay, Killian at the point. We got Alec Burks at the 2. He rocked with Alec Burks heavy too. He didn't start at every game.
Jesus.
So let me continue. Thompson at the 3. Yeah, so we got
hello,
Thompson
Mr. Jones.
3. Mr. Jones. Asar Thompson at the 3. Stewart at the 4, and Bagley at the 5.
You know what I'm going to say, right?
I mean, the whole Ivy thing, obviously.
Pretty much. Why isn't Ivy starting?
So Cade may not
be. No, he is not playing.
He's not starting, but we can assume that he's probably not playing. And then I also red flag. You're right. We also need to take into consideration where I got it from, because I don't think the starting lineup was correct. From the IG site that I got it from, I don't think it was 100% correct. So it may be speculation, but red flag on a couple of different things. Ivy, I'm not as alarmed as everybody else is about Ivy. We kind of talked about it last time, but amongst other things, Ivy was over 6 from 3 and was very inefficient in that last game.
Okay, Foster.
Over 6. Hasn't
Foster.
released yet. So it may be a different starting line.
Foster.
Go ahead. Explain over 6 from 3. Just explain that.
Okay. I get it. But let's think about this, right?
Yeah.
You're a baller, right? You're a hooper, right? You hoop yourself.
Yeah.
I noticed. I've seen you play. Now, you have a chance. You're picking your squad, and you see Ivy there and Alex Burks there.
This isn't
which one you picking?
This isn't pickup basketball.
Hold on. I'm getting to that. I'm getting
picking
to
Ivy. Go ahead. I'm picking Ivy for sure. But this is not pickup basketball, and we don't play with coaches. So
okay. Okay, I understand it. I understand, but we're talking from a balling type of aspect there. I'm going somewhere with this, right?
Okay.
Now, with that being said, you know that Ivy has that dog type of mentality when it comes to playing, right?
On offense, right?
See, man, you see, man,
I'm
we'll
just
never as a people, we won't just thrive as a people if we work
no,
against each
I
other.
I I I
Foster, work with me.
appreciate
I'm trying
yeah.
to go somewhere with this, right?
He has a
So
dog mentality. He has a dog mentality on offense. Yes. Yes.
I don't even want to
I'm just
why bring okay, Burks, a defensive stopper.
he's not. No, he's not. He's not. He is not. But he's a veteran. He's a veteran. He's a veteran.
You you can bring a veteran off the bench. Okay, now but this
Okay.
but my point is when Ivy's in the game, we know, you know, and I know he can get two or get to the cup when he wants to. That's a difference maker on the floor.
I would have
If
felt
you want to
differently
spread the
about it.
floor,
I would have felt
go ahead,
differently
man.
about it if he played better yesterday. If he had played better in the last game, but he kind of they proved. Now, mind you, he was off the bench playing against bench players too. He wasn't playing against SGA and Lou Dort. He was going against bench players, and he shot very inefficiently.
Hey man,
If
where
he
does
had
Dort dude come from, dude? He was balling.
Dort has always Dort has always not always been nice, but he's been developing and he's been
Nice.
nice for a while. Not like all-star level, but
But he's
playing
nice though.
role.
Yeah,
He can shoot the three and he's a great
yeah,
defender. I'm
yes.
not mad at these guys earning their keep. I'm
Okay.
not mad at them earning their keep. I feel like Ivy has the character to not take it personal. And I did like the steal he got. He got a nice steal against I think it was Giddy who he picked, whose pocket he picked.
It's
Um,
defense. Good defense.
but
Good
but he
defense.
needs to be he he was inefficient. He was very inefficient. From the you said spreading the floor. He was 0 for 6 from three. Like what's to that?
What was Burke's shooting percentage?
I don't think it was better than 0 for 6 from 3. I know
I
that
mean, it
much.
has to be better than 0 for 6, Foster.
Yeah. Anything is better than 0 for 6.
Yes,
Um,
but I just think, man, for me, you have to start Ivy
why?
because he's better than Burke. Start your best players first.
Here's the thing. Well, for
I'm not
one,
going to bring him off the bring him off the bench to miss buckets. You can go ahead and miss them in the
we'll see. What's more important than who starts the game is who finishes the game. If Ivy is outplaying Burks, there's no way in hell he doesn't finish the game. Alec Burke was 3 of 8 from the field, and he was 3 from 6 for 3.
They're trying to trade Burke, bro. I know what's going on, man.
Maybe no,
This
and I'm not mad at that because that will open things up. Killian has proved over 7 is worse than over 7. Who was over 7?
Go ahead. Killian is
Oh, oh, oh,
proved
oh, he's saying that you can't get any worse than that over 7 is. So, but yes, so
for
Killian
sure, Mr. Jones. You're
Killian
correct.
has come out the gate pretty good. Sasser in the second game had a great game. So I'm not terribly upset at them possibly moving Burks because Joe Harris is in the fold too. He was 2 for 3 from 3. So he kind of plays that same role that Burks does as well. So yeah, if they are looking to move Burks for money or for trade or draft assets, I'm not mad at that because
I'm
Burks
mad at
is
that if you're moving him for Oladipo.
Oladipo it's a money thing with that. Like you got to match contracts in order to do a trade. That's the reason why Oladipo will be getting moved. We don't need any more guards anyway. We're don't forget about Monte Morris. We're like 6-7 guards deep, and they can all play. Cade, Ivy, Sasser, Burks, Harris is more or less a guard.
Yes, he's a guard.
Thompson is kind of a guard. They're kind of putting him in the
They've been
guard
playing him
position.
at 2, so yeah.
And Hayes. So that's like 7-8 guards. So I'm not mad at Burks. I do like the fact that he is a confident and efficient shooter, and he gets to the line. He's very good at drawing fouls. I like Burks, but I wouldn't be just messed up if Burks didn't if we ended up moving him for draft capital because we do need to we got to make room. Got to make room.
Hold that thought, Foster. So what do you do with all these guards? I mean, I know there's talk about moving Burke, but the return is another guard, and I guess, like you said, it has to do with money. So I'm assuming that you're going to take Oladipo and waive him, cut him.
Yeah. That's what.
Him?
I mean, they said that that's what. I mean, essentially, they said that that's what Houston might end up doing anyways. But yeah. I don't think he's healthy. Has anybody seen him actually on the court? Like he
Last time I
he
saw
hurt
him
his
on the
knee in the
court,
playoffs.
last time I saw him on the court, he was getting carted off.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. I feel like there's no way
No,
he
it
would
wasn't.
start the year.
No,
Yeah,
it
there's no
wasn't,
way
and
he
it was a
starts the
serious
year.
injury.
Yeah. It was like a
like
contactless injury. He kind of just like he went to
he doesn't
plant
roll an
and
ankle. He breaks it in 17 different places and he's out.
yeah.
That's his MO. Like he just he's gotten older and is like can't stay healthy. He's Anthony Davis. It's gonna be Laker shock all
Anthony
night.
Davis has at least gotten a ring and all that. So yeah, that's
Bubble
we
ring,
go.
bubble ring, bubble ring,
You said what?
bubble ring.
Oh, bubble. What the hell is bubble ring?
Asterisk.
Oh, the bubble. Oh, yeah. It was a ring that they got in the bubble. It was asterisk. Okay, got you. I got you. I'm like, what is bubble ring? I thought you were calling his body parts like as brittle as
I'll
like bubble wrap.
ever comment on a man's body parts.
Body parts. Yeah, I said that wrong.
Yeah,
but
I just won't.
But yeah, eventually we're gonna talk a little bit about what we want to see in this upcoming game as well, because I feel like this is the game where we get the clarity as far as, because I feel like 2 games we've seen a little bit of consistency as far as who's done well, but I feel like game number 3, okay, this isn't just some BS. They for real at this point after this 3rd game. So because we do need to piece out this guard situation. We got a million guards, and Monte hasn't played a single minute yet, and Cade has only played 1 game. So like there's not even going to be enough time to evaluate. And that may be the reason why they're sitting these guys, is because they have other guys to evaluate. We got to see Sasser. We got to see if Sasser is ready for the NBA. We got to see if just some of these other guards who we're going to go into the season with.
Who's old boy he starts with the U?
Stanley Umede or Umidi or whatever.
Man, he was balling, bro. He was balling.
He's one of the people where I'm like, is this a fluke or is he really sweet? Like if he go crazy tonight, he applying serious pressure to Liver's job.
Is he a guard?
He's like a 3. He like 6'6", I want to say. He like a
okay. Small
Yeah,
forward.
small a tweener. You know, like I wouldn't be shocked to see him at the 2, but I want to say he better be a 3 because that's our
We got
biggest
too
hole
many
right
guys.
now.
Yeah, we got too
He
many
is
guys.
6'6". He's 6'6", 210.
I wish
So
he was about 6'9", 6'8", man.
he'd be
He could be
or
that
yeah, like 6'7". If he was 6'7"
or
and a
that
half,
stretch 4.
yeah.
He could be that.
He pause, but
But look,
he definitely stretching the floor though. Like he shot
this is what we're gonna do offline after this show, right?
what's
So
up?
for the next show, we'll be prepared, right? I what the Pistons is lacking, like me and you talked about, Pistons are lacking a stretch 4, right? We're gonna see who's
Somebody say, hey,
available.
yo. Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. How can you say it without just being pause-worthy?
A four that
I
shoots
can
the
shoot.
three. You can't even say spreads the floor. Like
Oh, yeah, that's hey, yo.
that's
We're not spreading
worse.
any floors. We're not spreading any floors. Uh,
Yeah, Gucci said
you can't even
stretch
say
the
a big
floor,
man that can shoot.
yo.
You can't even say we need a big man that can shoot. Hey, yo, whoa.
Yeah, yeah, big man. Hey.
Need a big that can shoot. Someone who could stretch it out. Um, let's see. We're looking for a power forward that can. Oh man, there's no way to say it.
Shoot the
Boss, but
three.
we're
You can
gonna do
say
our.
shoot the three. Shoot the three.
We're gonna look for a power forward that can shoot the three. We're gonna do our homework. Uh, and like Lil Reese said, we're gonna do our research. We're gonna
Gotta do my
find.
research.
We're gonna find a power forward that can shoot,
You talking about a
and we're
free
gonna
agent or somebody that's playing somewhere?
a free agent, man. We're gonna put in the call, man. We make calls here,
If
man.
they're a free agent, they probably not worth too much of nothing, man. You see our boy Diallo still out here
He
home
got
not
cut.
homes. He just hasn't been well, we just didn't resign
Thought
him.
I thought I thought he went to Sacramento or Oakland. He went to one of those two.
You talking about you talking about Oklahoma or you talking about Oakland is what?
He
He's
went
on a
out
G League
west.
team? Is he?
No, he went out west to either Sacramento Kings or Golden State.
I ain't heard. Oh, okay. When you say Oakland, you talking about Golden State? Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. I
so I
gotta look.
just thought of
I gotta do my research. Definitely gotta do my research on that.
and it hit different. It do hit different. It do hit different.
When Diallo got a job, because I swear he was unemployed
I
at this
think he
point.
got a job. He he's out west, I believe.
Okay, okay.
I'll check
I
it
hope
out. I'll
so.
check it
I
out.
hope so.
I'll check it out because he was signed early. Like we when he went like at the beginning of free agency. He went somewhere.
Okay.
Don't quote me on where, but I think he's out west.
Yeah, I just hope
But
dog got a job.
yeah, I think so. I think that the ship had sailed here as
Yeah.
far as I mean, and plus he was a guard.
He's kind of a tweener. He was like 6'6", but he had a wingspan and he was athletic, bro. He was
Good
the
defense.
most he was the most dynamic, like as far as like the
Yeah,
highlight dunks and stuff like that. Diallo was that guy.
played good defense as well.
Yeah, yeah. He was
Great
fun. He was
defender.
fun to watch to me. Like, but he was kind of he was he was just a he was just athletic though. He didn't really have good basketball sense. Like he got lost. He used to get lost on defense, and I think he used his athletic ability to keep him in it. Pause.
I got a question for you though. I got a question for you. Realistic.
Yeah.
We don't have to pretend with this one. Let's say Killian Hayes is balling,
Yeah.
right?
Which he has. Which he has.
Let's say he continues. Let's say he continues on into the regular season. Near trade deadline, do you move him or do you keep him? because
it's cool to say balling, but I need to know. I gotta and stats don't measure everything, but give me like a line. First of all, he's coming off the
16
bench,
and
right?
6.
Ooh. Hey, if we can, how many steals though? Like 1.5.
And 1.5. I ain't going, but I know 16 and 6 is a reach, but that's
Hey,
balling for
16
him.
and 6 is balling, bro.
That's balling for him.
If he has
So
16 and 6,
let's
I
say he
say
averaged 16 points a game, 6 assists.
if he has
What
16
do
and
you do?
6, I'm training somebody. I'm trading getting Sasser up out of here if he had 16 and 6.
You're not trading
You know why
Sasser.
though? Hey, he's probably younger than Sasser. He's probably younger than him.
Maybe. He's a kid.
Sasser is a 4-year. Sasser is a 4-year senior out of
Thank you,
Houston.
Gabe. Thank you, Gabe. We have some starters listed. Cade,
Okay, here we go. Here we
Killian,
go. Here
Osser,
we go.
Stewart, Durant. I likes this lineup. I likes
Here
this
we go.
lineup.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gabe. I was gonna make sure that I did my due diligence and chop this show up some afterwards. But I have to watch the Pistons game now, seeing that starting lineup.
Oh yeah, we
No
definitely. Yeah,
offense to Dirk.
I feel like you almost. I think the last day, the last one, you didn't even want to. He was like, "I'm
Don't
not even
bring up
watching this game."
don't bring up old stuff, Osh. That's water under the bridge.
Oh, is it?
I mean, we won.
Yeah, the win don't really
We
mean
looked
that.
horrible in the first half. I'm sorry. I'm
See, that's one
sorry.
of. I can't wait till we. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We gotta talk, man. We gotta talk.
Let's talk about the last game, man, because the last opponent was the Thunder, and we play them again tonight. And I want to ask you, what did you see last game? Because for me, I saw in the first half an OKC team that was clicking on all cylinders offensively.
Yeah. So what I saw was first and foremost, it's what's bothering me is that I love the fact that we end the game so well and we make it a game. You know, the first game went to overtime, second game went to we won
We won.
outright.
Mhm.
So that's all fine and dandy, but we all know who's playing at the end of these games. Granted, we gotta field our team like they gotta field their team, but if you come out the gate and get smoked by the starters are who are going to play during the regular season. So that all impressed me, the fact that you end the game well. But I don't know, the defense is just not. See, what's killing me is that the stance that I'm taking on the defense, it's not helping that the defense is not good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's killing my stance. I
Was
don't like that.
38 points given up in the first quarter,
Bro.
36 points given up in the second quarter, 74 points at half. I didn't do any research. I remember those
Yeah,
numbers.
it's embedded in your brain, ain't it?
You are not going to do anything
Yeah.
anywhere anytime soon giving up 74 points, 70 points a half, giving up 40 points within a quarter. It's not going to cut it.
Granted, we're playing without like what 3 starters or something crazy.
It makes a difference. That does make a difference. However, you can play better defense without those starters, bro.
You
Like,
would think. You would think. Because
but
it's not like it's not like Bogey's bringing anything, but I guess he probably scoring some, you know.
and they were going crazy in waves. It started off with Dort, then SGA got busy, then Giddy was getting his, and then the tall fella, what's his name, the one that hurt his
Holmgren, Chet.
Holmgren. They took turns going crazy, and it was like, oh come on, like this is not fair. Like you guys got all these scores.
It was looking crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It was.
But one thing I can say is the fight in the people that's trying to make the team.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they're scrapping like that during practice, and if they are, you can it bodes for a better team. So if those people are scrapping like that in practice, if that's what you have to work against in practice, they'll be fine at some point. But I
But I
just,
do okay.
the
So
win,
yeah,
the second half wins in preseason just aren't anything you can bank success on.
no, yeah. But as far as the other takeaways I have, I already talked about Ivy and what I thought about his performance. Thompson's defense continues to impress me. Wiseman had 20 and 10. He looked very good on offense, not so much on the defensive side. He still looks a little lost out there, but 20 and
Mhm.
10 is a nice a nice stat line. Killian had another good game, and Sasser, I think Sasser closed out the game. He was
Mhm.
very impressive. Um, but yeah, that's for the most part. That's who. And then in the Stanley Umedi guy, he was four or five from three. Like you give me one maybe two more efforts, anything anywhere close to that, then we really gonna have to consider like he. Hey, you got to get my man some minutes. He
Look here, man. I tell you what, if I don't see Cade, I don't care if it's for 12 minutes in the first half. If I don't see any glimpses of the highlights I was seeing all summer when he was playing against the Olympians, and
right.
I don't see any of that, I'll be at Little Caesars Arena next practice. Sick of this. We got to do better as a people, bro. We got to do better. This is not what's hot in the street, man. Cade got to he got to put on, man. I'm tired of it. I mean
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to
Ivy
see
might
him
miss
lined up.
shots,
Yeah. Go ahead.
but you see the energy and the effort. Cade looks very lackadaisical. You know what I'm saying?
We always kind of said that about him. That was always his demeanor. It's never sped up. It's kind of like SGA. SGA is not a super explosive guy. He plays at his own pace. But I do want to see them go. I want to see them line up against each other. I want to see what Asar does with Dort. If not Asar, I want to see Stewart because Dort is kind of a big bruiser type dude. Like he can't get off the way he got off last time because he had a. I was like, is that Lou Dort or Ray Allen out there? Because he dropped about 6 threes on us, like in the first half.
Mm. Yeah. So ideally, we like to do the show about maybe 40, 45 minutes. We're at the 38-minute mark. Uh and the game will be starting at 8.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that our audience and myself and yourself are comfortable and ready to watch. What do you expect to see tonight, boss?
Um.
I don't
They
expect to see a 70-point half, but go ahead. Let me get that.
they
Let's start there.
what I expect to. Well, I kind of want to see. I want to see. I want to see Stanley, the Stanley Umedi guy. I want to see him get some early minutes against some like
Competition.
competition. And I feel like Monty is really trying to move. He wants to. I feel like he wants to make sure everybody's fresh and ready for the regular season. So I feel like you're gonna see him mix around the lineups. Um, uh, I feel like we're gonna see Cade play off ball to Killian. Monty made it known that they've been toying with that type of look. And like I said, he loves Killian from what I see. So I expect to see Killian running the point. Well, as we can see, Killian is the starter tonight. So I think they like that. I think they like that look. There's no way they got Killian at the 2, right? That wouldn't make sense. The 2?
Probably not.
No. I mean, like I said, he already said in an interview that
you can put them there, but they're going to be interchangeable all night. I mean, while they're on the floor.
We're not going to act like he's not they said that Killian was the worst offensive, one of the worst, as far as who's eligible, he's one of the worst offensive players in the league. There's no way they put him at the 2. It's going to interchange. You're right. It's going to interchange.
He's the non-shooting guard tonight.
Yeah. So yeah. I just want to see the consistency. I want to see the guys that got busy in the second game repeat that effort in the third game. So the Stanley dude, Sasser, and I want to see Cade get back. I want to see Cade get back on.
He got to do something, man. He got to do something. I don't care if it's preseason. I got it.
But it's encouraging to see Duren back too, because they said that Cade looked healthy, and they said Duren looked healthy in the at the open practice. They said Duren was doing some crazy explosive dunks in the because that's what it's for. It's to get the crowd, it's to get the fan base excited, it's to get them ready for the season. So you get to see a lot of the flashing lights and Hollywood type stuff. So it's good to see that.
Why weren't you there, Foster?
I was watching the Lions, man. Normally that would be a lame excuse, but we're not gonna act like we're not the most popping team right now.
Oh, I don't know if we can get away with just expressing the Lions and neglecting the Pistons on this show. We can't.
We're not really. Hey, we gotta.
You can't do that, Foster. You can't do it. It's not a good look for our Pistons. There's some people here that like basketball, not football. Can't bring up the Lions, the 5-1 Lions, first place Lions. There's no place for that.
Let's start there.
Let's start there. First place Lions, 5-1. Looking good, by the way. And you can check that podcast out on Mondays at 7:00 on Motor City Metrics, Bleachers and Speakers. You see how I just, transition.
Yeah, transition.
Do me a favor, Foss. Hold on one quick second. So that about do it for today. Let's shoot for a weekly show, and then in between time, we'll work out a permanent day for it. Monday is out because of the Pistons. I mean, because of the Lions show that we do. We do Bleachers to Speakers on Mondays at 7:00. That's a football podcast that we have. Same YouTube, same. You can look up Bleachers to Speakers on Spotify. Check us out there. All the audio streaming sites. You can check us out there. And then we'll figure out a day where we do post-game podcast, where we will talk strictly Pistons basketball. You know what I'm saying? Detroit basketball. That's where you'll find us, and we'll pin down a day. It could be Tuesday or Thursday going forward. One of those 2 days. When Mondays and Wednesdays are out. Friday, Foster is so busy. He's traveling the nation. He's doing stuff that he probably has no business doing that I won't say on the airwaves. The feds are probably watching, so we won't go there. So
do your homework on Rico.
We won't say anything unless there's a reward. Call me. We'll just leave that there, and we'll figure out a day, and we'll get a steady date for our listeners and watchers. We appreciate everybody, people like Gabe that showed up and comment. And please, man, show up and comment. Mr. Jones was here. I haven't seen Mr. Jones here before. So, it's a blessing when you see people that that comment that haven't been on. Me and Foster really appreciate Gabe and Mr. Jones, anybody, and my son Jody, uh, anybody that you know that shows us any kind of love and participation. I don't care if it's 300 people in here watching or three. We appreciate them all the same, and we don't look down on it at all. If we got two listeners, one listener, we don't care. We're here for the people and the fans. So it's really dope. I mean, I couldn't see myself doing podcasts. I actually, and I'm gonna tell you something, I didn't want to do podcasts. I wanted to produce a show and I wanted to I had Foster in mind, the host. It was a battle rap thing, and I had Foster, I had a couple other hosts, and they said, "Man, you got to get on camera with us." And what, 3-4 years later, me and Foster are still doing podcasts.
Here we are.
So we appreciate y'all. And Foster, you got any last things to say before we get here?
Defense, man. That's what I said last game. They ain't listening. Defense.
And you can check us
in the
out
first
on,
in the first half. In the first half, though.
Please play some, look. Let's keep it under 30 per quarter. 30 or less.
I mean, 30 is 120
That's a lot
at the
of,
end of the game.
Hey,
that's crazy.
But you gotta crawl before you walk, because 40 points is wild. Okay. 70 points at halftime is wild. Can we keep it between 50 and 60 at half? Can we do that? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, man, thank y'all for coming out. Pause. Thank y'all for checking us out. Detroit basketball. I Foster, you just ruin it sometimes, brother.
I did.
Hold on, Foster. We're still on. We are still live. We have a comment I wanted to see before we leave out of here. That's what this lineup is for, to see if we have our best fenders out there, how good we are really. Okay. Usually we end the show with the song and then, and that's that. But we're going to get out of here for real this time. For real. I just wanted to read that last question. I appreciate you, Mr. Jones. Let's see.